Necessity is the mother of all invention, and a Valley couple, fed up with misplacing their cutting boards, invented one that can be installed right into the countertop.
And now Link cutting boards are taking kitchens everywhere by storm. Anita Roman has the story.
It's fair to say John and Chris Rowan are avid cooks. Their kitchen's stocked with all the tools to make a tasty meal. Well, most of the time.
One day, part of the inspiration was that I could not find our cutting boards. And I was looking around saying, where did we put the cutting boards? And that was another ding, 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 light bulb went off. Gosh, that cutting board, seems to get misplaced all over the place. So why not just have it always next to the sink and always ready to use?
That wasn't the only alarm sounding.
I was looking for something that was a built-in cutting surface so that when I was doing a larger project, if I had family over, I was tired of cutting boards moving around that weren't stable. So I decided to really reach out and find something that was built in next to an undermount sink, but there was nothing in the market. So that's why I went out and I developed the product.
It took a few years, but out of their frustrations and needs, John created the Link cutting board.
So really it was me in the garage, working with tools, bending metal, doing things, just getting creative until I finally found something that worked. And then we went through the patent process. That takes a long time. So we're patent pending right now on the product. There is nothing like it on the market. When you do cut, you can slide everything into the bowl.
Link cutting board is a built-in cutting board, a workstation for undermount sinks. The Rowans say it blends the best features of a gourmet cutting board, butcher block counter, and work sink into one.
Here's the dual mount system. First one locks it, this one ventilates it. So these channels below the board keep the ventilation or circulation of air underneath the board. So it's locked in place, but then it also has an air chamber underneath it. So any moisture that gets around, it automatically drains into the sink. And then also any moisture on top of the board automatically drains into your sink as well.
It's been just a really fun project, or I should say a product that's going to benefit a lot of folks. You know, the safety aspect, the fact that it doesn't slip, so if you have a child grab up, it won't fall on them. If you have an elderly person in your household and it's slippery, they won't slide or accidentally slip a knife and cut themselves. So that's a big part of it, and that's what's really important to me.
Basically, this board will always just be on your countertop. It's just
Correct.
part of the fixture of your countertop.
Exactly, and you can do, we have resin boards, we have different boards that we can bring in or people can buy that can make it a showpiece. You can put logos on it.
The Link cutting board is a permanent fixture, but there are options, dozens of different boards.
There we go.
We've got tiny houses that put it in because space is an issue, so having a cutting board that's built in, they're not damaging the countertop, so that's super, super important, one of the aspects of the product. We've got 170 apartment building that put it into every single unit because they didn't want people damaging the countertop. So when the people move out, they just replaced the cutting board, but it drew all the attention, all the knives and everything, all the cutting was done on that particular surface. You can cycle out different boards for different foods. You can have one board that you use, one board that's just for show.
The Rowans filed for a patent and are about a year into sales.